So let us have number 1. So for number 1, which of the following expressions is equivalent to combination of n taken r at a time? So we are pertaining to the formula for combination. So what do you think is the formula for combination? Is it A, B, C, or D? Do you have an idea dito sa combination? Yes or no?
A po. A po.
Bakit A po? Inaral ba in advance? So, some of you might look at the module and get the answer from that. No, and you don't know really what is the meaning of the formula. Later on, ituturo ko sa inyo bakit naging ang formula niya ay yung letter A. So the answer here is letter A. Number 2, in n factorial, ito may mali dito kasi walang binigay na. Let's have number 3 and 4. Number 3, in combination of r plus 1 taken r at a time equals 12, what is the value of r? The answer here is letter B. Mamaya explain ko sa inyo bakit pag alam niyo na yung formula. For number 4, on a piece of paper, 7 points are marked such that no 3 points are collinear. How many lines can be drawn passing through any of these points? So ano ba yung representation nito? So combination notation. Diba? We used to represent this or give the combination combination notation of this kind of problems. Ano yung n natin dito? What will be our n? Ano yung magiging n natin dito? So, on a piece of paper, 7 points are marked such that no 3 points are collinear. So what will be our n?
7.
O, diba, when we say n, it is the total number of elements or items or objects. So what is the total number of objects here?
7.
7. So there are 7 points that are marked. Ano lang yung 3 points are collinear? Binanggit lang niya yan for you to know na walang 3 points that will share the same line. Yun ang ibig sabihin doon. Para ma-maximize natin yung number of lines na pwedeng ma-form. So the n here is 7. And what will be our r? How many lines can be drawn passing through any of these points? What will be our r?
Three.
O? Ang hinanap ko po yung r. Ano yung r natin?
2, ma'am.
2. Okay, correct. So, dahil we are looking for the number of lines that we can draw passing through these points. There are 7 points here, and you have to count the number of lines that we can create. And for you to create a line, you have to connect 2 points. So that's why your R is 2 and your N is 7. Now, ano yung magiging combination notation yan? That would be combination of 7 taken 2 at a time. So if you don't know the answer yet, if you use your calculator and then write it, yung ating combination notation na combination of 7 taken 2 at a time, you'll have 21 as the answer. Kapag nag-calculator kayo, if you still don't know the formula. Okay? Later on, malalaman niyo yung formula, so malalaman niyo na ano yung and how to get the answer from. So, di ba yung last time, alam niyo na how to wait lang, i-share ko din sa inyo yung ano, para makita niyo yung solution kapag pag hindi niyo nakikita na sinosolve, hindi niyo naiintindihan. Kopya, mali popcorn. Kita niyo ba yung screen ko? Ayan. So let us have number 5. 5 letters are to be selected from the word logarithm. So ilang letters ba meron yan lahat? What will be our N? Our N here is, yan ba yung letters of the word logarithm?
9.
9. How many of these choices contain at least 4 consonants? So you're going to look for the number of consonants. So hindi natin bibulangin lahat. Ang gagawin natin, bibulangin natin yung consonant and yung vowels. Ilan ba yung consonants natin dito? Ilan yung consonants?
6, ma'am.
6. Ilan po yung vowels? Of course, that is 3. Kasi yung total number of letters is 9. So, paano natin ito represent using combination notation? So, alamin muna natin ano yung condition na binibigay. Yung condition na binibigay dito is at least 4 consonants. So, what do we mean by at least? At least 4 consonants daw. Pag sinabi natin at least 4 consonants,
4 or more po.
4 or more. That's correct. 4 or more. Or you must, pwede nga rin sabihin that minimum of 4. Okay? Minimum of 4. Yun yung ibig sabihin na. Now, if you look at the problem here, we are going to answer the condition, answer and considering the condition na binigay. So, at least 4. So, pwedeng 4 yung consonant. Pwede din namang ilan yung magiging vowels natin if we are going to form or to use 5 letters or to select 5 letters. We are going to select 5. So, kung 4 consonant, ilan kaya sa vowels ang pwede natin gamitin? Ito ko isulat. We are going to use 4 consonants. Ilang vowels? Pwede gamitin dito. Kung
Isa
5,
lang, ma'am.
okay lang. 1. Right? So, 1 vowel. Next, ano pa yung pwede? Pwedeng 5 consonant and no vowels. Okay, 0 vowels. Galing na. So, kung yun yung case, what will be our answer here? So, alisin na natin to. Wala namang vowels na sinama. Okay? So, we'll have combination of 6 taken 4 at a time times combination of 3 taken 1. Ito naman will have combination of 6 taken 5 and that would be our solution for getting 5 consonants. Sana magiging solution natin dito or answer. Do you have calculator? So what will be our solution? Combination of 6 taken 4 times combination of 3 taken 1 plus, kasi either of the two might happen, combination of 6 taken 5. So this will be, itong dalawang to, this will be 45 plus, ito naman will be 6. Okay, so if you add them, we'll get 51 as the answer. Okay. There are 51 ways for us to select 5 letters in the word logarithm, considering the condition that there are at least 4 consonants. Malinaw? So, pwedeng 4 na consonant ang piliin mo, then isa na lang matitira for vowel. You will choose one from the vowels, and then pwede naman lahat ng 5 na yon will be selected from the consonant. Okay? So, the answer here is letter C. Let's recap. What will be our combination notation here? Mrs. David made 10 questions for her students to answer. And the students are asked to answer only 5 questions. In how many ways can the student choose the questions? Oh, ito, paborito nyo to last week. How do we represent this in combination notation? Glass?
Kung pwede po mong patingin ulit ng ano.
Ano daw? Medyo mahina yung boses. Ulit ako.
Hello ma'am, hello, mic test, 1, 2, mic test.
Ano po?
Ma'am, hindi ko po nakikita yung ano po, selection.
Wala talaga akong maintindihan.
Ma'am, pwede po makita yung selection.
Ito.
Okay na po. Naintindihan na po ba?
Yun lang gusto mo?
Okay na po ma'am, ulit ma'am. Balik na po doon.
Bilis na may nagtataas pa.
Sige po sila muna.
Sino yung nagtaas? So, wala na yung nagtaas. Manares. Tulatre Rabe.
252 po.
252. Are we going to answer this or are we going to represent? Diba sabi dito, we are going to represent.
Ay, okay po.
So, this will be
10.
combination of Rabe.
Combination tsaka 5, ma'am. Di ko alam kung paano ano yun.
Combination of 10 taken 5 at a time. Ulitin ko ha. How do you read that combination notation? That's combination of 10 taken 5 at a time. Yan. So, magiging ganyan yung ating combination notation. So, kapag sinob niyo yan, katulad siguro nung sinabi ni, tingnan natin, check muna natin kung ano yung sagot ni Delatred, that's 252 kapag sinob natin yan sa calculator. Dahil hindi niyo pa alam yung yung formula. From a population of 50 households, in how many ways can a researcher select a sample with a size of 50? What will be our combination notation here? Ano yung magiging n natin? Mukhang tulog pa kayo
50 po.
50, correct. Dalawa yung nagsagot ng 50. So n is 50. What will be our r?
15 po.
15.
15 or 1-5. So combination of 50 taken 15 at a time. How about for number 3? A delegation of 4 people is to be selected from 5 women and 6 men. Find the number of possible delegations if there are at least 3 women. So let us answer this. Mag-guide nga tayo para magising yung karamihan. So let's have number 3. Remember that there are 4 people to be selected from women and men. So number women na meron tayo, we have 5 women and 6 men. We have to find the possible number of delegations kung at least 3 women. At least 3 women. So ano ibig sabihin niyan? That's 3 or more. Sabi yan ng classmate ko kanina, parang mas madaling maintindihan to, yung 3 or more. So, ilan ba yung pipiliin natin? We are going to select 4 people. So, kailangan 4 na tao yung isi-select natin dyan. So, to do that, at least 3. We'll start with 3. 3 are girls, or 3 are women. 3 women. And ilan yung magiging selection natin for boys? Isang men. Okay. Then, syempre, 4 yan. Sabihan natin 3 or more. So, pwedeng 4. So, pwedeng 4 women. And 0 men. Okay. Dahil 0 men na, hindi na natin kailangan i-represent. Let's answer this, 3 women. So, that's combination of 5. Ito yung 5. Ito yung n nyo. Taken, ito yung magiging r. 3 at a time. Then, our n here sa men is 6. So, combination of 6. Our r is 1. Taken 1 at a time. Times. How about for the 4 women? That would be combination of 5 taken 4 at a time. So, since either of them will happen, we'll have combination of 5 taken 3 times combination of 6 taken 1 plus combination of 5 taken 4. So, ito yung sa unang sitwasyon, ito yon, 3 babae pinili at 1 lalaki. At dito naman sa pangalawang sitwasyon kung saan 4 na babae ang pinili. Okay? I don't know how to represent. Let's proceed to our lesson. So for our lesson, we have here a situation where you have to count the number of combinations for you to form from the word math. So you're going to use the letters in the word math and form a three-letter combination. So kung gagawin natin yan, we'll see that if you look at the permutations, di ba, ang gagawin natin dyan, that's permutation of 4 taken 3 at a time. So kung 4 taken 3 at a time yan, magiging 24. So ito na lahat yon. Okay? 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, 24. Okay? Pero, remember that when it comes to combination, we are not considering, or we don't care about the order, we don't care about the arrangement, as long as you use the same letters, which is MAT, therefore we consider them as one arrangement only. Okay? Well, here, makikita nyo, we use the letters A, T, H, and arrangement is important. That's why each of the following arrangement is different, is unique when it comes to permutation. When in combinations, you have letter A, T, and H, and that's all the letters you use in these arrangements. We can consider them as one arrangement only because the elements are the same. So as you look at the combinations, if the elements are the same, the arrangements are the same also, or is considered as one. So kung permutation ang pag-uusapan natin and we are looking for the three-letter word that is formed using the word math, ang makikita natin there are 24 arrangements, different arrangements. While in combinations, if you consider those arrangements that have same elements, you only have here 4 combinations. Okay? So let us use the formula for permutation muna. How do we use the formula for permutation? Iba yung formula natin for permutation. Remember that when it comes to permutation, we have here 24 permutations. Okay? When in combination, we have 4 only. Okay? 4 lang yung arrangements na meron tayo. Sa permutation, 24. Now, we look at the formula for permutation. Ulit yung formula niya. That's permutation of n taken r at a time. And that's n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Sa combination, di pa natin alam. But we will look for the formula for combination. Then our n here, n is 4. And R is 3. N is the total number of elements and 3. Why? Because 3 letters should be taken from the word math. So that's 4. Permutation of 4 taken 3 at a time. 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 factorial. So this will give us 4 factorial divided by 1 factorial, which is 4 factorial or 24. Okay, so ito yan. How about in combination? Given the answer in permutation, bakit kaya sa kanya 24 lang? As you look at the given combination here, bakit kaya sa kanya 4 lang? Ano yung ginawa? If you have 24, what will you do for you to get 4 as the answer?
Divide by 3.
Divided by 3?
4 po. 4 pala po.
4?
Ay, hindi po.
So,
Joke lang.
ano po? What do you mean? Sabi nagsasalita, hindi ko nakikita.
And divide by 6 po.
Divided by 6. Why is it divided by 6?
6 times
Look at
4
me.
po is 24.
Apo, 6 times 4 is 24. So, all you have to do is to divide it by 6. And bakit nga siya divided by 6? Remember that here in combinations, yung anim, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yung anim na combination na yun ay isa lang sa kanya. So, for you to eliminate those arrangements na nauulit when it comes to combination, all you have to do is to divide 24 by 6. And saan ba nanggaling yung 6 na yan? Yung 6 na yan, nanggaling yan sa that is also equal to 3 factorial. Ano namang kinalaman ng 3 factorial? 3 factorial is our R. Okay, so if you are going to look at the formula for combination, yung combination natin for n taken R at a time is actually the permutation. Permutation to, di ba? So that's the, wait lang. Ayusin lang natin yung representation. So we have combination of 4 taken 3 at a time. Saan nanggaling si 24? Si 24 ay nanggaling sa permutation. Ito, dito siya nanggaling. Yan, ito. Yan. Ito, yan. So, dyan siya nanggaling, yung 24. That's permutation of 4 taken 3 at a time. And yung nasa denominator niya, which is 6, ay nanggaling naman sa 3 factorial. Dinivide natin siya sa 6 because we are eliminating, we are getting the total number of arrangements na hindi na ulit. Kaya tinatanggal natin yung mga naulit. So, mapapansin nyo, nanggaling lang din pala siya sa permutation. Pero dinivide lang natin siya to the number of elements na kailangan natin kunin. Okay? So, kapag ginawa natin yan, ang magiging tsura na niyan ay ganito. So, balikan natin. Magiging ganito na ang itsura niyan. That's combination of 4 taken 3 at a time equals permutation of 4 taken 3 at a time divided by 3 factorial. Nasaan nanggaling si 3 factorial? Si 3 factorial nanggaling dun sa mga elements, not the elements, but the order or the arrangement that is being repeated or naulit. Dahil tinanggal natin siya kasi ayaw natin ng may nauulit when it comes to combination. At ayaw natin ng mga pare-pareho lang naman na arrangements with the same elements. So for us to solve the formula for combination, we'll have the formula for permutation, which is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Pinapakita ko sa inyo how the formula is made. Okay, or how do we derive? The right term is to derive the formula. Para pag kayo na yung nagsagot, alam nyo kung bakit naging ganun yung formula. Mas madali nyo siyang matatandaan at hindi nyo siya agad makakalimutan. So, we will multiply both numerator and denominator to the reciprocal of r factorial. That's 1 divided by r factorial. So, we'll have combination of n taken r at a time is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. Bakit nadagdagan dito ng r factorial? Yun lang yung difference nilang dalawa. Both permutation and combination has the same formula lang dito. Pero when it comes to combination, you are eliminating the number of elements that is being repeated. Kaya nadagdagan ng r factorial. Okay? So as you look at their formula, mapapansin nyo sa formula nila, when it comes to permutation, Ang formula natin ay permutation of n taken r at a time is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. But when it comes to combination, inaalis natin yung mga sobrang arrangement. Because when it comes to combination, order, or kaya naman arrangement, and doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Kaya tinatanggal natin yung mga excess arrangements. So that's combination of n taken r at a time is equal to, copy mo lang to, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, and eliminate mo yung sobrang arrangement and order. That's r factorial. Okay? So, ano lang yung pinagkaiba nilang dalawa? Pinagkaiba lang nilang dalawa, meron tong r factorial dito. Okay, meron siyang r factorial dito. Naintindihan yung difference ng formula ng dalawa? Naintindihan po yung difference ng formula nila? Hello, dyan pa kayo? O, wala na kayo Dyan pa kayo? Hello?
Yes po.
Pag ganyan kayo, di kayo sumasagot. Magkaklase tayo ng Wednesday afternoon.
Wala, ma'am. Yes, you. Ma'am, yes. Nandito po kami.
Magsalita kayong lahat.
Hi, ma'am!
O, yan na. Nagsalita na yung tatlo O, yung iba.
Hello po.
Hello po.
Okay.
Ponce, next time po.
Para mag-isa. Sige. Ako si Ambalate, tsaka si Bubilis, mukhang din nagsalita, tsaka si Galiarte.
Ponce,
Si Buyan
next
ba
time
nagsalita?
po.
Mga tulog na yan. Andiyan daw si Buyan. Yan na. Okay, so we have the formula for combination as combination of n taken r at a time is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. So if we evaluate the following combinations, anong magiging itsura niyan? Ay, may solution naman pala dito, so ito na lang. So yung combination of 9 taken 6 at a time, we use the formula. So we'll have 9 factorial divided by 9 minus 6 factorial times 6 factorial. Magiging 9 factorial times 3 factorial, 9 factorial divided by 3 factorial times 6 factorial. So, ang ginagawa dito is we get the factors of the factorial. Tapos kung ano yung pinakamalaki sa na factorial sa baba, yun yung kinakancel out para mas madaling isolve. So we'll have 84 as the answer. So that is how you evaluate the combination notation. Next, dito naman ang difference niya doon kanina is we have here number which is 4 and you will multiply that to the combination of 20 taken 20 at a time. So remember, if you have 20 taken 20, 20 minus 20 is 0 factorial. So magiging 1 na yung value nun. 0 factorial is equal to 1. Then 20 factorial, tsaka 20 factorial na lang yung matitira. And if you cancel that out, you'll have 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. So yun yung mapapansin nyo kapag pareho yung n tsaka yung r. 1 na lang yung magiging answer. And for example, combination of 6 taken 6 at a time, that would be 1 also. Because the n and r is the same. While if you're going to find the unknown variable, that's combination of n taken 2 at a time, which is equal to 21. Solve natin yan. Pakita ko sa inyo yung solution. Wait lang. Yan natin. Paano to? Mamaya ako na lang balik ng kayo. Gising kayo ha, gising.
Yes, ma'am.
Siguraduhin nyo, hindi, magka-class tayo ng Wednesday. Nanakot. So we'll have combination of n taken 2 at a time equals 21. Ano yung formula natin for combination? Combination of n taken r at a time is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. So we will substitute our r, which is 2. So magiging combination of n taken 2 at a time is equal to n factorial. Unknown yung n natin. Then we'll have n minus 2 factorial times r factorial. So katulad lang din ng ginawa natin last time to, di ba? Remember that yung n natin, yung n factorial natin can be expressed Yung n factorial natin can be expressed to, ibahin ko yung kulay para matandaan. Yung n factorial natin can be expressed to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2. Pwede na pala kahit this na lang n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, factorial. Or kaya, and so on. And so on, hanggang makarating tayo ng 2 and 1. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin, we will look for the factor na merong n minus 2 para pwede natin siyang i-cancel out. Okay? So, bago yun, ang gawin muna natin is we will equate this to 21 because that is equal to 21. Sabi nga dito. Okay? So, we'll have this part of the equation. We'll get n factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial times r factorial, which is 2. And that is equal to 21. So, express na natin sa n factorial hanggang dito kay n minus 2 factorial. So, we'll get n times n minus 1 factorial. N minus 2 muna. N minus 2 factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. So, pwede na tayo mag-cancel out, right? Pwede natin to i-cancel out. Si 2 factorial, what is the equivalent of 2 factorial? Baka di nyo pa alam. What is 2 factorial?
2.
2. So, we have n times n minus 1 divided by 2 equals 21. So, ang gagawin lang natin, pwede na tayo mag-isip ng number, ano? Kung may isip nyo agad yung number, ha, pwedeng ganon. Or, pwede din naman, kung hindi mo maisip, ano bang number yan na kapag divide by 2 is magiging 21. Pwede mo munang i-multiply sila both side by 2. So, that's n times n minus 1 equals 42. Diba? So, to cancel na natin to. So, what is that number? Consecutive number, meaning consecutive. Consecutive numbers that when you multiply them, you'll get 42. Kung kayang maiisip, pwede na to. Hanggang dito na lang ang solution. If not, papakita ko sa inyo how.
7 tsaka 6 po.
7 tsaka 6. So, 7 and 6 equals 42. Siyempre, yung magiging n natin dyan is 7 at yung magiging n minus 1 natin is yung 6. Now, ano na magiging n natin? Ang n lang naman ang hinahanap natin. So, we have here n is equal to 7. Kung hindi naisip, kunwari, hindi ko talaga maisip, ano po yung consecutive numbers na pwedeng maging ano nila. Kunwari, sobrang laki ng number dito at hindi niyo maisip kung ano yung dalawang numbers na consecutive numbers that when you multiply, you'll get that number or that equivalent. Pwede din namang ituloy ninyo to. Okay, pag tinuloy ninyo yan, yung solution na yan. So, ito muna, copy natin to. That's n times n minus 1 equals 42. So, pwedeng ganito, pwede rin naman ituloy nyo to. So, distribute natin si n. Kapag dinistribute mo na yung n, magiging n squared minus n equals 42. And then after that, oops, yeah. Dito ko nasunod yung n squared minus n equals 42, transpose natin si 42, magiging negative 42. So, magpa-factor out ka dyan. That's n minus 7 and n plus 6 equals 0. So, n here is equal to 7 and n is equal to negative 6. So, we will consider that positive value, which is n equals 7. Pareho lang din naman sila. Okay? So, pareho lang din naman sila. Pero depende yan sa kung saan kayo mas madadalihan. Dito, getting the values just by thinking of possible values of n and n minus 1, or you will use this kind of solution kung saan bubuin mo siya as an equation. Then you get the factor. So kayo, sa inyo yan kung saan kayo mas nadadalihan. That would be for our letter A. So yan yung ginawa niya. Yung ginawa niya dyan. Expand niya. Okay. So still, you have the value of n, which is 7. How about for R? So kapag R naman, so medyo complicated yung kapag yung hinahanap. Okay? So dito sa part na to, explain ko sa inyo yung step-by-step na ginawa niya. Kasi yun lang din naman yung patutunguhan ng solution ko. Ginawa niya dito, sige na nga, papakita ko na para mas malinawan kayo. So, ang ginawa po dito, remember that we have this value. And then, ang ginawa ay sinubstitute yung n dun sa formula for combination. Ano yung formula for combination? That's combination of n taken r at a time is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. So, we'll have combination of 11 taken r is equal to 11 factorial divided by 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. And this is equal to 330. Okay. Then, si 11 factorial divided by 11 minus r factorial times r factorial equals 330. Minultiply siya both side by 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. Okay? So, maka-cancel na to, right? Magiging 11 factorial equals 330 times 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. Tapos, divide both sides by 330 because we wanted to get the value of r only. So, hindi natin kailangan yung 330 on the right side. So, we'll get 11 factorial, which is 39916,800 divided by 330 equals 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. Okay? So, kapag kinuha niyo yan, pwede naman tayo ditong diretso na tayo din sa factorial mismo. Mag-diretso natin sa factorial. Yung 11, pwedeng maging, Ano ba yung factorial? I mean, what are the factors of 11 factorial? Ano yung mga factors niya? 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 and so on. Okay? How about 330? Ano yung mga possible factors ng 330 na magkakasunod na consecutive? Ano pa kayo? Ako tulog na naman. Talagang kaklase ako sa Wednesday. Three times. Ano yung mga factors ng 330 na may kapareho dito? Ano yung mga factors ng 330? Andiyan ba kayo? Parang kung nawawala na.
Pwede po ano, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, saka ano po,
1
dito 11,
times 3 times 5 times... Ano sunod ng 5?
6 po.
Lahat ba yon magiging 330 agad? Di ba pwede ito sa ano? 3?
Yes po.
330 divided by 3, ano magiging answer? That's 111. No, 110. Ay, yung 110. Anong factors ng 110 na pareho dito? I can do that. Factors ng 110, that's 11 times
10.
10
10.
po.
Opo. So, we can use here 3 times 11 times 10. Okay? So, kapag nire-write ko yan, 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 factorial. Di ko na diniretso kasi di ko naman kailangan yung susunod pa sa 7 factorial. We'll have 3 times 11 times 10. Okay? Pwede natin ditong i-cancel out si 9, si 11, si 10, tapos si 3. Saan natin pwedeng i-cancel out si 3? Between 9, 8, and 7. Pwede na tayo dito. Para mas madali. Para buo pa rin yung 7 factorial. So, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So, we'll get here. Wait lang sulat ko muna yung naiwang hindi na isulat. So, we'll have 3 times 8 times 7 factorial equals 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. So, as you look at the given solution, anong mapapansin niyo dun sa 3? Ano po napansin niyo dun sa 3? Sa 8 tsaka sa 7? Wala ka napansin sa 3 tsaka sa 8 tsaka sa 7? Di ba kadalasang ginagawa natin consecutive numbers? Pwede kayang magkaroon ng consecutive numbers dito. Kasi ito 7 factorial to eh. Okay? 7 factorial yan. Tinigil ko na hanggang 7 factorial. Ito bang 8 tsaka 3? Meron ba yung mga factors na pwede nating gawing consecutive numbers? Meron ba? Wala. What are the factors of 8? Ano yung mga factors ng 8?
2, 4.
4 and 2. So as you can see, pwede natin tong gawing consecutive numbers. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 4 factorial. So we'll get 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Wala na to kasi naging 4 times 2 na siya. Times 7 factorial, which is equal to 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. So, na equivalent nito in factorial, this will be 4 factorial times 7 factorial, which is equal to 11 minus r factorial times r factorial. So, paano natin makukuha yung r? There are two values. So, ang gagawin lang natin, equate natin yung isa sa kanila. Okay, pag-iwalan natin. Naiiyak yung asa ko. So, you'll have 4 factorial equals 11 minus r factorial. So, equate natin siya muna dito. So, we'll have 4 equals 11 minus r. So, kailangan kasi natin dito yung value ng r. So, what will be that number that when you subtract to 11, you'll get 4. So, we have 11 minus 4 equals r. And our r here is equal to
7 po.
7. So, we can say that if 4 factorial is equal to 11 minus r, 7 factorial is equal to r factorial. So, our r here is 7 also. Pwede din namang baliktad. Pwedeng 7 factorial yung nandito. 7 factorial is equal to 11 minus r factorial. Since we are just getting the value of r, we'll have 7 equals 11 minus r. So 11 minus 7 equals r. So r is equal to 4. Same lang din siya because 4 factorial is equal to r factorial. So r is equal to 4. So ano yung mga values na nakuha natin dito? We have r is equal to 7. Okay. Or it can also be r is equal to 4. Both of them, if we substitute them to r, dito, we'll get 330. Okay? So dito, diniretso niya na, minultiply niya sa 11 minus r factorial times r factorial divided by 330. Then, expand niya si 11 factorial. Bakit siya hindi nag-cancel dito ng 3? Pwede naman dito mag-3 bakit dun ka pa nag-cancel out? Kasi ang goal natin is not to leave na kulang yung ating factorial. So, ang ginawa natin, sanay natin siya finactor out or dinivide yung 3 sa denominator. Para mas madaling solve. Then we get the factor of 8. So pwede na tayo dyan mag-4 ng 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 4 factorial. So we'll have 4 factorial times 7 factorial equals 11 minus r factorial times r. So either of the two can be substituted to the values. So dalawa yung ating answer, which is r is equal to 4 and r is equal to 7. Okay. We have example number 3. Mr. Lucas planned to conduct an intervention program for the 20 students at risk in mathematics. In how many ways can the teacher select 5 students at a time? So what will be our N? Our N would be
20 po.
20. So our R is
5.
5. So we have combination of 20 taken 5 at a time. If we substitute that to the formula, we'll get 20 factorial divided by 20 minus 5 factorial times 5 factorial. Mapapansin niyo yung denominator. Ito, lagi siyang sum is kung ano nasa numerator. Kasi nga, minus lang natin dun yung R. Pwede niyo magamit pag nagsusolve na kayo. Kahit di na kayo mag-subtract, no? Diretso. Kung nagigets nyo yung ibig kong sabihin. So we have here 20 factorial divided by 15 factorial times 5 factorial, and we'll get 15,504. Yes. 5 different letters are chosen from the word education. How many of these words or choices contains at least 3 vowels? So, meron na siyang condition na binigay, at least 3 vowels daw. So, ang gagawin natin is how many letters ba ang meron tayo dito? We have how many vowels, how many consonants? Ilan yung consonant natin? Ilan po yung consonant natin?
4 po.
4. So, ilan yung ano natin, yung vowels?
5.
5 po.
5 po. So, ulitin ko ha. Yung vowels natin ay 5. Ang consonants natin ay, tama ba? 4? Pagkarinig ko.
Yes po.
Yes po. Yan. So, we have at least 3 vowels. So, ibig sabihin 3 or more. So, pwede tayo dito mamili ng 3 vowels. Pwede 4 vowels. Ay, bakit W yung sinulat ko? Or kaya naman 5 vowels. Wait lang ah. Wait. So, kung 3 vowels ang meron tayo, and we need 5 letters. 5 letters. Bakit F sinulat? If we need 5 letters. So, aside from 3 vowels, we'll get, if we have 3 vowels, we'll get 2 consonants. If we have 4 vowels, we'll get 1 consonant. And if we get 5 vowels, syempre wala na, complete na. 5 ba yung vowels natin? Yes. Abot tayo dun sa, sa number of vowels natin. So, how do we represent this? Kung na-represent na natin siya, we have combination of 5 taken 3. This is combination of 5 taken 4. This is combination of 5 taken 5. Ito naman, combination of 4 taken 2. That's 4. Combination of 4 taken 1. So, syempre, this will happen at the same time. Itong dalawa. Ito din. Iiyakan na yung mga tuta namin. And syempre, ito. So, if they will happen at the same time, we will multiply them. Laki ng multiplication po. Then, if either of them will happen at the same time, mag-a-add tayo. So, we'll have... Kunin nyo muna yung value nito. Ano yung value nito? That is combination of 5 taken 3 times combination of 4 taken 2. Oh, yan. Diyan pa kayo. Iwan nyo na yata ako. Andiyan pa kayo. Hey, you. Andyan pa ba kayo?
Apo!
Yeah, you.
Siguro nagchat-chat lang kayo, no? Ano ba yung pinagsasabi ni ma'am? Hindi ko na naiintindihan. Ano pa? Combination of 5 taken 3. Alam niyo kung paano gawin siya sa calculator? May makikita kayo dyan na NCR, na nakakapitalize yung C. Pindutin niyo muna yung number. Tulad nito, combination. Ito muna tayo. Ito ha. Combination of 5. Pindutin niyo muna yung 5. Tapos, pindutin niyo yung shift kung nasa taas siya, yung NCR o nasa mismong button lang. O kunwari, tulad sa akin, nasa button lang yung yung NCR. Pipindutin ko lang yung button na yon. Kung nasa taas siya ng button na yon, pindutin ko muna yung shift bago yung button. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, magiging na to, 5 plus yung button na may nakalagay na NCR plus kung ano yung number ng R natin. Then equals. Mag-equal na kayo. Then you'll get 10. Oh, yan. Marunong na kayo. So this will be equal to 10. How about for combination of 4 taken 2 at a time? So 4 muna. Then control, shift, o kaya, control, shift. Yung computer na, shift lang. Then yung button, and then yung number 2. And then equal, which is
6.
6. So 10 times 6 is 60. So we have 60 and then 10, you have 60. How about this? Ito. 5 taken 4 at a time. Anong equivalent niyan?
1 po.
1 ba? Combination Okay ko?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay ko.
Yun po yung nakalagay dito po.
Yun ba yung nakalagay? Ulitin ko.
5C5.
5 minus 4 is... Ba't sa akin iba? 5 taken 4 at a time. Ba't sa akin 5? May mali yata yung calcu ko.
May din po sa akin, yung 4, yung ano po, yung isa po yung 1.
Oo nga.
Ay, 4 total 4.
Calculator ko. Ano sagot
Ay,
niyo?
5. C4 ba, ma'am? 5 po yung sagot. Yung
5.
5C5 pala
5C4.
yung ano ko.
So that would be 5. How about 4C1? 4C1. Sinatawag
4
natin.
po.
4 po.
4.
5 times 4 is 20. Now, how about 5, 5C5? Ayan yung
1 po.
1. Ito yung 1. So, add natin sila. So, that's 60 plus 20 plus 1, that's 81. So, we have 81 ways of choosing or selecting 5 letters from the word education, following the condition that at least 3 are vowels. Okay, at least 3. So, unang choice natin is, or unang scenario na pwedeng mangyari is 3 yung vowel, 2 yung consonant. Pwede 4 yung vowel, 1 yung consonant, or kaya naman lahat ng letters na napili natin is vowel. Okay, so that's 81 ways. Nagingin niya yung aso. Okay. So we have 81 ways. So how about in letter C? A concert pianist agrees to take part in a charity concert for COVID-19 patients. She offers a choice of 9 works, of which 4 were composed by Chopin. Ano ba to? Kaya ayokong binabanggit ang pangalan na to eh. 2 by, ayan, alam niyo na yan, 3 by, calculate the number of ways these 4 works can be selected because there are 2 works by Chopin, 1 by Liszt, and 1 by Schumann. So, ilan muna lahat ng kay, i-open na natin yung ilan yung works ni Chopin. There are 4. How about kay Liz? That's 2. And 3 kay Schumann. Yan. Tapos, ang sabi daw, we have to select 2 works from Chopin. And sabay-sabay sila butong. And 1 kay Liszt, 1 kay Schumann. So we'll have, ano yung solution natin dito? That's combination of 2 or 4. 4 taken 2 at a time. Ito naman ay combination of 1, 2 taken 1. Then this is combination of 3 taken 1. So all we have to do is to multiply. Ano yung 4 taken 2? 4C2. This is ano yung 4C2? Uy, andyan pa kayo. Parang nanonood na kayo ng Netflix. 23 na lang
Di
tayo.
pa naman po.
Di pa naman, malapit na. Ang taas pa naman ng mga grade nyo ngayon. Feeling ko 3rd grading, papalya kayo pag...
Ay, ma'am.
Joke lang, ma'am. Ito na nga, nakikinig na nga eh.
But this for, combination of 4 taken 2. Alam ko nakikinig kayo.
6
Kaya
po.
lang hindi.
6 po.
How about combination of 2 taken 1? That's
2 po. 2.
Combination of 3 taken 1?
3 po.
3 po.
So I multiply them. 6 times 2 is 12 times 3 is 36.
36 po.
Correct. Sana tama yung sagot ko. So we have 36. So that's it for our module number 10. Pinakita lang sa inyo how to solve for the R and N kasi pwedeng mangyari yon in any situation na ibibigay sa inyo. Kaya pinakita ko rin kanina on how to do that. And I think naiintindihan nyo naman because in permutation, ginawa na rin natin yun. So, meron din tayong representation, how to represent, na ituro ko naman yun sa inyo last time. So, we will now proceed to module. Wait lang, balik tayo dun. Number 11. Ano ba title ng ating module? Pinag-uusapan siya. Nanginginig. So, bago tayo mag-proceed to problem solving on permutation and combination, I want to give you 10 minutes. So, balik tayo ng 10:08 para makapagpahinga yung utak nyo. Marami nang na-absent yung utak. I'll give you 10 minutes for that. 10-minute break will start. Start na tayo. Diyan na kayo? Grabe oh. Ano na lang tayo? 17. Ay. Pilipino nga naman. Diyan pa kayo?
Yes
Kabilang
po.
naman yung kanina. Yung attendance natin kanina. Itong sinend ko na ilan ba to? 29? Sino bang hindi nakasama dyan? Kabilang ilan yung girls at boys. Yung aso. Parang sila. Okay, sabi bumalik na sila. Anong date ngayon? 19. Okay, let's continue. Sana kaya pa. Yun daw ba dapat? Ano to, 11? Nag-feedback. Ayan. So let us have number 1. In how many ways? May sagot na pala. Can 3 couples be seated in a round table? So bakit kaya siya letter D? 120. How did we get 120? How do we get 120 here? Sa number 1. Diba there are 3 couples? If there are 3 couples, ilang tao meron dyan?
6 po.
6. Okay. So there are 6 people to be arranged around the table. How do we, what formula should we use? Diba ang formula natin dyan, that's n minus 1 factorial. Hindi naman sinabi that they are going to sit together, so hindi natin sila kinakount as 1. Okay, so 6 minus 1 factorial is 5 factorial. And 5 factorial is equal to 120. Some of you might be confused in number 1. Sabihin, di ba dapat ano yun? Ang 3 minus 1, dapat 2 factorial yun. Hindi po. Kasi ang sabi lang naman, they are going to sit around the table and walang sinabing kondisyon na dapat magkakasama sila or magkakatabi sila. Okay? How about in number 2? How many distinguishable permutations o permutation naman yung number 2 are possible with all the letters of the word sequence? Sulat natin yung word na sequence. So kapag distinguishable permutation, syempre distinguishable yung formula for distinguishable permutation ang gagamitin. Yun yung n factorial divided by a factorial times b factorial times c factorial. Okay? Dito sa module na to, we'll deal with permutation and at the same time combination. Since alam nyo na how to identify if it's permutation or combination, that will be good. Okay? So yung number 1 natin and number 2 are both permutation. Yung 1 circular, ito, distinguishable. So how many letters are there in the word sequence? That will be our n. So our n here is equal to ilang letters meron ng sequence? 8.
8
Correct.
po.
So, anong letters yung mga naulit?
Ilang po,
E
ma'am?
po.
Opo,
Ilang
E.
po?
And ilang beses siya naulit?
Tatlo po.
Tatlo. Okay. Ay, ba't ko na gina-factorial? So, we'll have 8 factorial divided by 3 factorial. And if you solve that, what is 8 factorial divided by 3 factorial? We'll get 6,720. Okay. So, kaya nga ang answer dito ay letter C. So, for number 3, ito naman. In how many ways can 3 Bicolano books, 4 Cebuano books, and 2 Ilocano books be arranged on a shelf so that all books in the same dialects are to be together? So, ito naman, to be together, but they are arranged in linear and in a row, okay? Or in a shelf. So, kung tatlo yung Bicolano book, B for Bicolano, 4 Cebuano, C for Cebuano, and 2 Ilocano, I for Ilocano. And they are going to be arranged such that the same books with the same dialects are together, meaning we are considering them as 1. So if we consider them as 1, ilan na lahat yung i-arrange natin? We're going to arrange how many? So as 1, as 1, as 1, 3. Okay. So that is 3 factorial. Now, pera ba yan? Gusto ko yata ng pera. Permutation is equal to 3 factorial. Right? Kaya lang, as you can see, there are 3 books here and pwede silang magpalit-palit or magkapalit-palit ng pwesto. So we have to also consider their own arrangement, which is 3 factorial. How about this one? It has its own arrangement, which is 4 factorial. And ganon din dito, which is 2 factorial. So we will have 3 factorial times 3 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. What will be our answer here?
1,728 po.
1,720. Oops. Oops. Ayan. How about for number 4? From a group of 7 men and 6 women, 5 persons are to be selected. O may word na selected. Dahil may word na selected, meaning this is combination. And as you can see, you are going to form a committee, meaning order doesn't matter, arrangement doesn't matter. So let us have the given. You're going to form a committee. 5 persons should be selected, and you have to consider the condition, which is at least 3 men are in the committee. So 3 men meaning at least 3, that's 3 or more. Ibig sabihin, we are going to choose 3 men and ilang women? 2 women. 2 women kasi 5 ang members ng committee na bubuuin natin. So, pwede rin namang 4 na men and 1 women. Or pwede din naman na lahat men. Okay? So, we represent that. Pag ni-represent natin yan, we'll have combination of 7 taken 3 at a time, combination of 6 taken 2, combination of 7 taken 4, combination of 6 taken 1. And we have combination of 7 taken 5. So, ganun na lang siya kadali pag sanay na kayo, no? Multiply, multiply, and then remember that this is a different scenario. Yan. This is a different scenario. Different din to. Ito din. Pero, I mean, same scenario, but different ways of showing the scenario na binigay kanina. And at the same time, either of them, either of the 3, ang pwede, either, no, tapos 3. Kahit alin sa tatlo yung pwedeng mangyari. Okay. So, what is 7? 7C3, sabi nga ng classmate nyo, combination of 7 taken 3 at a time.
$35 po.
Itong combination of 7 taken 3?
Opo.
35. Okay. How about this? Pascals.
15 po yung is
Combination of 6 taken 2, 15.
Opo.
7C4. Tulungan ko na kayo This is 35 also. 6C1 is 6. 7C5 is 21. So, ano lang gagawin natin? We will multiply this. So, 35 times 15 is 525. 35 times 6 is 210. And this is 21. So, add natin. We have 6, 5, 7. So, we have 756 for number 4. About for number 5, out of 5 mathematicians and 7 engineers, a committee consists of 2 mathematicians and 3 engineers is to be formed. In how many ways can this be done? So there are 5 mathematicians. So for mathematicians, ang N natin ay 5, ang R natin ay 2. For the engineers will have N is 7 and R is 3. So, i-multiply lang natin yun, ano? We'll have combination of 5 taken 2 times combination of 7 taken 3. So, what will be our answer? Ano yung magiging sagot natin dito? Ano daw po?
50.
Ano daw?
350, ma'am.
350.
Yeah.
Yan, nag-feedback ka kasi para ka naging robot dyan. So, 350. The answer here is 350. Okay, next. Mag-recap pa tayo. Ito, recap na lang natin itong mga formula that can be used in any of the situation. Depende kung ano yung nararapat at ano yung dapat na gamitin. So for letter A, we have formula per permutation. That's n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Distinguishable, yung may pare-pareho, things that are alike. We have n factorial divided by a factorial times b factorial times c factorial and so on. Ano pa? We also have for circular permutation, that's n minus 1. Kung bracelet, keyrings, and the likes, like necklaces, and you cannot identify their counterclockwise and clockwise, and at the same time, it has a lock. That's n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Divided by 2 pa rin kapag with lock, pero that's n factorial na lang. Okay? And then for combination, ito yung formula natin. It's n factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. So yun yung mga formula na pwede nyo gamitin dito. So let us have number 1. How many different possible permutations can be made from the word circle such that the vowels are never together? Ano daw ba pag vowels are never together? Naalala nyo last time nung may mga conditions tayo na ganyan? They don't want to sit together. They will not stand together. Tulad nito, vowels are never together. Ang ginagawa natin is we are solving for the whole, okay? And then we look for the combination, and not a combination, but the arrangement na sila ay together. Tapos ibabawas natin yun. Naalala niyo yung situation na yun na ginawa natin. So, ganun din dito. So, for you to solve for the permutation of the vowels not together, syempre, kailangan mo muna kunin yung permutation nila. Tawag natin doon is permutation with no restriction or without restriction. And then, you will subtract from there yung permutation ng together. Okay, ganun lang siya. So, paano yun? Unahin muna natin yung without restriction. Kapag without restriction, mapapansin nyo, yung word na circle, may dalawang letra na magkapareho. So, ibig sabihin, distinguishable permutation to. Anong formula natin doon? We have n minus 1 that's not n minus 1, but the number of letters, which is 5 or 6, divided by kung ano yung naulit. So that's 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 2 factorial kasi yung letter C naulit ng dalawang beses. So we have 360 ways. How about if the vowels are together? Ilan ba yung vowels natin dyan?
Dalawa.
So if they are together, we will count them as 1. Ilan yung letters na, the consonants? Ilan yung consonant natin? As 1 na yung vowel, ilan yung consonant?
4 po.
4. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have 5 factorial. Okay? So that's 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Eh bakit pa tayo nag-multiply ng 2 factorial? It is because pwedeng magkapalit yung dalawang vowels. So, originally, ano lang to? 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Bakit 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial? Kasi we consider the 2 letters, the 2 vowels together. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, that's 5 factorial. Divide natin siya dun sa kung ano yung pareho sila. Ay, yung merong naulit. things that are alike, which is C, dalawa yung C, so we have divided by 2 factorial. And also, you have to multiply that to the permutation of the two vowels kasi pwede silang magkapalit. And the number of permutations niyan is 2 factorial. Malinaw kung bakit naging 5 factorial times 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So, pwede na natin i-cancel out yung dalawang 2 factorial both in numerator and denominator. So, we'll leave 5 factorial. 5 factorial is equal to 120. So, all we have to do is to subtract that from 360. We'll have 240 ways. Nasakit na yung lalamunan ko. Okay. Next. Number 2 example. In a meeting, it is required to sit 4 women and 5 men in a row so that the women occupy the even spaces. How many arrangements are possible? Kung papansin nyo, there are 4 women and 5 men. Ibig sabihin, 9 people are going to sit in a row. Pero yung babae, they are going to sit even in even places. Asan ba dito yung even places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, yung places kung saan binilang natin as the even. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so dun sila upo. So, how many choices do we have here? So, meron tayong 4 na choices dito, 3 dito, dito 2, dito 1. So, that's 4 factorial. Okay, or permutation of 4 taken 4 at a time. Okay, 4 factorial yan. How about the men? So, yung men, they will sit here in the odd places. We'll have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or simply 5 factorial, or permutation of 5 taken 5 at a time. Okay? So, yung permutation of 4 taken 4 natin is 24 ways, while yung sa men is permutation of 5 taken 5, that's 120 ways, and you have to multiply them. If you multiply them, we'll have 2,880 ways. Bakit naging ganun yung solution natin? Because remember, yung sa box method, kung mas nadadalian kayo sa box method, pwede natin dito ilagay 4, 3, 2, 1. Ganun din dito, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or simply, permutation of 4 taken 4, permutation of 5 taken 5. Okay. In a playground, 3 brothers and 7 other boys are playing together. How many ways can all the boys be seated in a circular order so that the 3 brothers are not seated together? So ito naman, circular order. So gamit tayo dito ng ng n-1 factorial. Pero as you can see, they are not seated together. Same lang din ang gagawin. Computein muna natin yung permutation nila that has no restrictions, and then subtract natin yung together, and then we'll get the not together. So to do that, ito yung no restriction. That's 10 minus 1 factorial, which is 362,880 ways. Then, paano naman yung seated together? We will count them as 1. So, we have 7 plus 1 is 8. So, we have 8 minus 1 factorial times, tatlo sila, so pwede sila magpalit-palit. 3 factorial. So, 7 factorial times 3 factorial, kasi 8 minus 1 is 7, ito 3 factorial to, we'll get 30,240. Tapos pag sinubtract natin yan from 362, we'll get 332,640. Bakit siya naging ganito? Kinuha muna yung no restrictions, then yung together sila, for you to get yung not together. Ilang arrangements yung not together sila? Number 4, in how many ways can 4 yellow beads, 5 red beads, and 4 green beads be arranged on a bracelet without lock if the only difference in beads is color? So, paano daw to? How can we solve for this? Yung mga beads. Okay. So, for us to solve this, we are going to first, of course, look at the colors. Ilan ba yung yellow beads? Ilan ba yung 5 beads? I mean, red and the green. So, dahil circular sila, pag circular, ang gagawin mo, we will add them. Pag in-add natin sila, we'll get 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 4 is 13. So, kung circular yan, you'll get 13 minus 1 factorial. Okay? Dahil without lock, magde-divide tayo sa 2. Kaya lang, as you can see, meron tayo ditong pare-parehong kulay. Para ditong pinagsama yung formula ng distinguishable permutation at yung formula ng circular permutation with lock. Naalala nyo ba yung formula for distinguishable permutation? Yung formula for distinguishable permutation, wait lang. Yung formula for distinguishable is n factorial divided by a factorial, b factorial, c factorial. At yung isa naman is yung permutation is equal to n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Pinagsama tong dalawa. Why? Because it is applicable in this situation. Okay? So, inuna mo na to. Ilan lahat ng beads? 13. So, that's 13 minus 1 factorial. Divided by 2. So, that will be our permutation. This is without lock. Without lock. And then after that, since nakita natin na merong pare-pareho, which is pare-pareho yung color ng 4, which is yellow, 5, red, and 4, green, dinivide din natin siya dun sa number of same colors, which is 4 factorial times 5 factorial times 4 factorial. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng denominator na 4 factorial, 5 factorial, and another 4 factorial. Malinaw to?
Yes po.
Yes po. Sana all may sumagot. Tapos, we'll have 12 factorial divided by, pag-tinay natin yan, 12 factorial divided by 2 divided by 24 divided by 120 divided by 24. You'll get 3,465 ways. How about for number 5? How many polygons can be possibly formed from 5 distinct points on a plane, such that no 3 points are collinear? So, ano na ba yung mga polygons na meron tayo? Ano mga polygons yung meron tayo? Ano yung mga polygons na meron tayo? Ano yung tawag natin sa three-sided polygon?
Triangle
Starting
po.
po sa triangle.
Triangle. Ano pa? Four-sided.
Square.
Quadrilateral po.
Quadrilateral. Kasi yung quadrilateral, nandun na yung square, andun yung rectangle, yung rhombus, and so on. Okay? 5-sided polygon.
Pentagon po.
Pentagon. And dahil 5 lang yung points na meron tayo, so yung tatlong shapes na yon or kaya naman polygons na yon yung pwedeng ma-form. So we have 3 sides which is or 3 points. 3 points yung which is triangle, 4 points quadrilateral, and 5 points yung ating tinatawag na pentagon. Okay? So pwedeng combination of 5 taken 3 for the triangle, combination of 5 taken 4, and combination of 5 taken 5. So kapag in-add natin yan, we'll get 16. So we can form 16 polygons out of 5 points such that no 3 points are collinear. Liwanag po? Binigyan lang kayo ng ng konsepta ng geometry. Ay, bilis, wrap up na agad. Remember that when you use permutations, if your problem calls for the number of arrangements of objects in different orders are to be counted. And kapag combination naman, the number of ways of selecting. So yun yung term, selecting. Yung kanina, arrangement, ito, selecting objects, and order of selection is not counted. Okay. We'll have here, ilan pa ba tayo? Oy, 21. Sana all. May question kayo? Sige, habang hindi pa ako lumilipat sa module 12. May question ba kayo? May gusto kayong itanong? Kung tinatanong niyo, ma'am, kaya ba namin yung worksheet tsaka yung quiz? Opo, kaya niyo po. Ayaw niya na sumagot talaga. Gusto niyo na matapos to, no? So, ganito muna. Bilangin niyo muna kung ilan tayo. Kasi 10:40 na. Madali lang yung module, Ponce. Ilan tayo, Ponce? Sana makarami tayo. 38. Sana all 38, oh. 38 sila. Nag-online class din ba kayo sa ibang section? Ay, sa ibang section. Sa ibang, sa ibang teacher?
Yes po.
Ganito rin?
Dati po ang average mga 30 eh. Pero bumababa na rin po yung attendance, yung average attendance po sa online classes.
Karamihan po chat na lang.
Mayroon din ba kayong messenger?
Yes po.
Sana all pwedeng ituro ng messenger, no? Hindi kasi ako fan ng dot-dot eh. Hirap i-dot-dot nito kung hindi ma-explain.
Opo.
May natutunan ba kayo? Ikaw, romantiko. Baka sabihin niyo, ma, hindi ko na
Ano, ma'am? Medyo, meron naman po, ma'am. Pero nalilito.
Nalilito. Lalo na kasi magkasama na sila, no? Lalo pag magkasama na sila, kunwari, sa 1 to 5 questions, aalamin mo pa muna. 'Di ba? Yun yung unang struggle mo. Alamin mo muna if it's combination or permutation. Pangalawang struggle, pag permutation yan, anong formula yung gagamitin ko? 'Di ba? Kung combination yan, okay lang kasi isa lang yung formula. Pangatlong struggle, paano ko to i-represent? In combination notation or in permutation notation. Diba? Yan yung pangatlo yung struggle. Tapos pang-apat, syempre sasagutan nyo na. Pang-lima, tama ba yung sagot nyo? So yun yung mga questions mostly ninyo sa sarili nyo habang nagsasagot kayo, di ba? Pero kung natatandaan niyo yung mga ways paano tayo nagsusolve last time, Ngayon, sa permutation versus combination, madadalian na kayo. Kasi meron na kayong idea last time. Kumbaga, ina-apply na lang natin yung mga ginawa natin last time. Merong mga ibang problem na tulad nung isa, magkasama yung distinguishable tsaka yung yung sa what do you call that? Circular with lock. Yun lang yung tatandaan nyo, yung mga konsepto ng permutation. Marami kasi siya and marami ding formula involved. So kapag ganun, pwede nyo naman balikan yung mga dating lesson natin. Basta yung correction ko lang ha, yung dun sa without or with lock na meron siyang divided by 2. Kasi you cannot identify alin yung finiflip mo and so on. Sana ba tayo? Ito, mas simple to. Ay, ba't yun ang ano ko? Mas simple yung ano na to, yung lesson na to. Bakit? Kasi you know this already when you were in grade 7. Naituro na to sa inyo. And what you need to remember, yung konsepto ng union and intersection. When we say union, you're going to combine the elements. In intersection, all you have to do is to find the common elements. Yun lang yung difference ng dalawa. So your goal here is for you to illustrate events and union, parang illustrates the union and intersection of events, and also you have to illustrate the event itself. So for the pretest number 1, ito ay number 1. There are 8 chips numbered from 1 to 8 in a bag. A chip is drawn at random from the bag. So let A be the event that the number is a multiple of 4. So ano na ba yung mga multiples of 4? Ano yung mga multiples of 4? Let's say that po. So, yung event A, ganito paano nyo sinusulat yung mga events ha. So, we have event A will be the multiples of 4. So, if that is numbered 1 to 8, ano yung mga multiples of 4? That's 4, tsaka 8, right? How about for B? Yung B naman, the event that the number is even number. So, B. Let's have B. Ano yung mga even numbers that we have here from 1 to 8? That's 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay? So, ang hinahanap natin dito is yung intersection. When we say intersection, you have to find what is common in both events. What is common in both events? Ano na yung mga common? Common elements, I mean.
4 and 8 po.
4 and 8, right? So, yun yung mga common events. Now, of course, kung yun yung common events, you have to write it also. So, that's A, intersection of A and B, or A intersection B is equal to yung elements na common sila, which is 4 at saka B. So, our answer here is letter B. Okay, so letter B yung answer natin dyan. Number 2, given the event Q or X such that, we read that X such that X, you already know this when you were in grade 7 ha, bumabalik lang tayo sa kung ano yung natutunan nyo ng grade 7. X such that X is an odd number and X is less than 10. Oops. Ano nangyari? Wait. Ano nangyari? Napindot ko ba siya? Yan. Where X is less than 10. And event T will be X such that X is a multiple of 3 and X is less than 15. So you have to find the union or Q union T. So, paano natin hanapin yun? So, una, let us identify first yung Q. Yung Q natin is an odd number that is less than 10. So, what are the odd numbers that is less than 10? That's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Right? How about T? We have multiple of 3 that is less than 15. So, ano yung mga multiple of 3? That's 3, 6, 9, 12. Then we have to find their union. When we say union, you have to combine all the elements or to include all the elements in both events. So kapag kinombine or sinama natin all the elements in both events, we have 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 12. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12. So what will be our answer here? Anong letter?
A.
Letter A. Correct. Next. Number 4. A coin is tossed 3 times. Let H and T be the head and tail shown on both sides, facing upwards, respectively. The sample space is, binigay na yung sample space, ano? Binigay na yung sample space. When we say sample space, yun yung mga possible outcomes. Ano yung mga pwedeng maging resulta. Okay? And we have here event A. Ito yung event A niya. Binigay niya yung event A. And ito naman yung event B. Then, which of the following illustrates the event C at yung event C natin is the intersection of A and B. Ibig sabihin ng intersection, we are looking for the common element. So what will be the common element of A and B? Ano yung common element ng dalawa?
Po. C.
Po?
C po, C. H, H,
Ano ba yung
saka po.
H, H, H? Ito, pareho silang meron. And yung isa naman ay H, H, T. And the rest, magkaiba na. Okay, so our last event, event C will be letter C. On number 5, ito naman, madali lang din to, the Venn diagram. We are already familiar with this. It has events A and B, and si event A represents by X plus 3. Okay, kasi pareho sila, ibig sabihin meron din siya niyan, mga elements na yan. Si event B naman is Y plus itong natitong elements. Okay. And binigyan tayo dito ng clue how to find the screenshot ko. Lagay ko dito sa kabila. Nakikita niyo yung screen ko? Yan. So as we look at number 5, binigyan niya tayo dito ng number of elements. Yung number of elements ng A union B is 20. When we say A union B, ibig sabihin, pag pinagsama mo lahat yan, yung elements ng A and B, that is 20. Okay? So, A union B is 20. So, lahat ng elements dito, 20. Sulat ko ha. Next, yung A intersection B or those common elements are 3. So, ito na yan. Yung A intersection B, 3. Then, yung number of elements daw sa B ay 12. Anong ibig sabihin ng 3 dito? Ibig sabihin, there are 3 elements both in X and Y or both in A and B that are the same. So, paano kaya natin gagamitin yung mga informations na to for us to find what is the value of X and Y? So, if you look at the given, si Y, 12 daw yung elements niyan. Ito, 12. So, ibig sabihin, 3 plus Y equals 12. Ano kaya yung Y natin?
Nine.
So, 3 plus Y daw is equal to 12. So, we can say that our Y is 9. Correct. Now, if this is 9, ito ay 3, ito ay 9, ano kaya yung value ng X? Or ilang elements ba meron yung A?
8.
8 po. So, X is 8 and Y is 9. So, meaning, we have letter
B.
B as the answer. Correct. Wait lang ha, mag-report lang ako ng attendance. Wait lang ha. Nasaan na yung Ponce modular? Tatlong lalaki lang. My gosh. Ilan yung boys natin kanina dun sa 29 na picture? Balikan nga natin yan. Kawawa naman tayo, no? Ito ba yung 29? Ay, hindi yan. Where? Saan ka na? Saan ka na? Pabilang nga, ako na lang pala. Boys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus 3, 14. Nan yung girls natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ay, grabe. 26. Ang daming absent. Hi. 29 tayo dito. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ba't kaya dito nakalagay 29? Pero dito, pag binilang nyo, ilan lang tayo? 24 lang, no? Nakikita niyo yung screen ko?
Opo, ma'am.
Yes po.
Ba't ganun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, 24, di ba? Pero nandito, 29. Nasaan yung 5? Sino-sino yung wala dito pero nandito kanina? O kaya nandito na ngayon? Ay hindi, kayo din yun eh. Anong meron? 29 pero tingnan nga natin. Naka 49 naman ako. Ba't ganun? May kulang na 5. Ay 5, hindi pala 5. Ano lang, 2. Sino yung 2 wala? Ay 3 pala. Sino yung tatlo? Hello, dyan pa kayo. Dali, tatapusin ko na to. Mabilis na lang ako, promise. Hello, dyan pa kayo? Sino yung dalawa na wala dito? May nakita ko kanina eh. Ay, si Kanoy. Diba? Kanina?
Opo, nawalan na raw po siya
Opo,
ata
tama.
ng data.
Walan siya ng data. Meron pa. Si... Sino pa sa babae? Parang may babae din kanina.
Si Galyard.
Yon, si Galyarte. Ilan na yon? Dalawa. So may isa pa tayong hindi nakikilala kung sinong nandito kanina pero biglang nawala.
Yagas po ba, ma'am?
Liagas ba nandito kanina? Nandito ba siya kanina? Kasi mamaya na lang pag ano. Nakikita nyo naman yan. Send ko na lang to dito. May nagsisenda ng PT1 tapos sabakay sa PT1. Ay, ba't nandun na ako sa vlog? Nagets na to how to do this? Madali lang siya kaysa sa
Yes
kaninang
po.
lesson natin. Okay, so let's have a recap. Ano ba yung mga symbols na yan? The first one is union, meaning we have to combine the elements. Number 2, intersection, find the common element. Yung 3 is empty. Empty. Pag sinabing empty, ibig sabihin, like for example, event A is empty, meaning no elements. Okay. Well, number 4, we have the Venn diagram. So for our lesson, there is a 6-sided die experiment. And yung A, na-represent niya yung event that the number is even. Yung B naman is yung multiple 3. And yung C naman, that the event multiple of 5. So kapag dinrawing natin yan into a Venn diagram, as you can see, si A at si B, there are common elements. That's why we can represent them this way. Okay, so there are common elements. Well, in event C, meron siyang multiple of 5. And as you can see sa die, 6-sided die experiment, it has 6 faces only, and that's 1, 2, 6, yung mga numbers na gamit natin dyan. At kung multiple of 5 ang hinahanap natin, isa lang ang magiging element for the event C. So kaya nakahiwalay siya because it has no common element with A and B. And then, dun sa ating events, may isang number which is 1 na hindi included sa kanilang mga sa ating mga events. Pero this is also part of our universal set. When we say universal set, it is included in the possible outcomes dito sa ating 6-sided die polygon. I mean, 6-sided die experiment. Okay? So kung titingnan natin, possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because it has 6 faces. And then we call all of these possible outcomes as our sample space. And we use capital letter S as our representation for sample space. Therefore, there are 6 elements in our sample space. Okay? There are 6 elements in set S. This is written as the number of elements in S or n, open parenthesis S, close parenthesis equals 6, which is called the cardinality of a set. When we say cardinality of a set, you are giving or you are counting the number of elements, yung cardinality of a set. So we have here the Venn diagram, and the elements of the three events, including the elements outside the events, is what we call the universal set. Okay? And then we use the capital letter U for us to represent the word or the universal set, and it is consists of the totality of all the sets that we have. And we can represent that this way. Now, using U, capital U, equals the set, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The elements of events A, B, and C are in the universal set. In other words, masasabi natin na subset sila ng universal set. Tinuro na rin to sa inyo when you were in grade 7, yung universal set, yung sample space, yung sample space ata ngayon na. Okay, yung universal set na ituro na sa inyo. Now, ano naman yung mga elements na wala sa event A? Ano mga elements yung wala sa event A?
3,
Ano yun?
3, 5, 1.
3, 5, 1. Okay. So if you are asked to look for the elements that are not in that certain event, meaning you are looking for the complement. Yung complement na tinatawag, depende siya kung anong event yung hinahanap. Tulad nito, complement of event A ang hinahanap natin. It is represented by this letter, capital letter A, and a symbol to show that this is a complement. So, binabasa natin siya as A complement. Paano pag B? Ano yung mga elements na wala sa B?
2, 4, 1, 5.
2, 4, 1, 5. Okay, those are the B complement. Those are part of the B complement. And how about for those elements that are not in C?
2, 4, and 1.
2, 4, 6, 3, 1. So those are the elements not included in our event C. So those are C complement. So yun yung tinatawag na complement. Yung mga elements na wala doon sa event na yan. So yan. How about yung common elements sa A and B? Kitang-kita naman siguro noon that the common element between A and B is 6. So ang tawag natin doon is the intersection. Okay? Sa intersection, we are looking for that element which is the same in both events. So kapag ang hinanap ay yung intersection ni A at B, ang element na makikita lang natin in the set is 6, isa lang. So kapag tinanong kayo, what is the cardinality of the set? Ibig sabihin, ilang element ba meron yung set na to? Meron tayong isa lang, which is 6. And that is the intersection of A and B. Ano naman yung union? If we are going to have the union of A and B, we will have union of A or B, or kaya naman, hindi siya union of A or B. It's A union B, o kaya naman pwedeng A or B, written as like this. So we have 2, 3, 4, 6. So these are the elements that is both in event A and event B. So the set of elements that are found in both events. So, ganun lang siya kadali, ano? Example natin, ito yung kanina. Paano kapag nagkaroon ng, or we are given a bag that has 10 chips and it is numbered 1 to 10, and you have to draw one chip from the bag at random So ano yung event A natin? Event A natin is that the number is multiple of 3. So 1 to 10, ano-ano yung mga multiples of 3?
3, 6, 9.
So event A includes elements 3, 6, 9. How about yung sa event B? Sabi dyan, number that is a prime number. Ano ba yung mga prime numbers? Prime numbers are numbers that ano ba yung characteristic ng prime numbers? Ano yung characteristic ng prime
May
numbers?
dalawa lang na factors.
Yes. These are numbers that has 2 factors only, and that is 1 and itself. Like for example, 3. Okay? So ang factors ng 3 ay 1 and itself. Okay? Ano-ano pa bukod sa 3?
5,
2,
5.
7.
tsaka 2.
5, 2, 7, correct. So we have 1, no, not 1. 2, 3, 5, 7. So those are prime numbers. So if we represent that, mamaya makikita nyo, no? Pero we are given here 3 different events, or things to solve. We have letter A, the intersection of A and B. So we are going to look for the common elements. Sa B naman, we are going to combine the elements in A and B. So that's A union B. While in letter C, we have A complement and B complement. Then we will combine them. So because we have here the union of A complement and B complement. So doon muna tayo sa A. So ito yung mga binanggit nating numbers kanina. We have 3, 6, 9 for event A and 2, 3, 5, 7 for event B. So hanapin natin yung common. What is common in both? So common is ano lang ang common sa kanila? We only have 3 as the common element. So we have A intersection B is equal to the element which is 3. Okay. How about for their union? So we have 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So we got all the elements that they have both. How about for A complement? Let's have A complement first. Bago yung A complement muna tayo, ano yung mga numbers na wala sa A? We have We have
257.
257 ba? From 1 to 10 ha?
1,
1,
1, 2,
4, 5,
4,
7,
5, 7, 8, tsaka
10.
10. Okay. How about B complement? 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Hindi niya na yata pinakita dito. Pero if we are going to write, hindi niya na pinakita. Ayan, pinakita niya pala. So if we are going to get the union of these 2 events, A complement and B complement, we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ito yung kabaliktaran ng ating, tama, kabaliktaran ng ating mga events, kasi ito yung wala sa kanila kanina. Let us have more examples. Sana meron pa. Yan. Ito, we read this as X such that X is an even number where X is less than 15 and event T is equal to x such that x is a multiple of 5 and x is less than 20. So if you write that even number that is less than 15, ano na yung mga even numbers that are less than 15? That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And how about the event T? Ito naman multiples of 5, which is less than 20. Less than hindi less than or equal. So kaya hindi kasama si 20. So you have 5, 10, and 15. Then we have to get their intersection. What is the common element? We have here 10. So yung letter A, ang common element nilang dalawa is 10. And yung union naman nila is 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So pinagsama natin yung dalawa. Di ba madali lang to? Itong part na to. Last. I think this is our last example. The Venn diagram on the right shows the number of elements in set A and B. So kung mapapansin nyo, 7 yung common elements nila. Ito, yung intersection. Yung union nila is 25, meaning all of the elements is 25. There are 25 elements here. And the number of elements in B is 10. So what do you think will be the Y and X? Doon muna tayo sa Y. Ang number of elements daw dito sa dito sa event B is 10. 10 daw to ha. So ano yung Y natin?
3.
3, correct. So if this is 3, this is 7, their sum is 10. If their sum is 10, ano kaya yung sa A?
8.
8. Sa X, yung sa A, 15. So ulitin ko this is 10, this is 15. Their sum is 25. Pero dahil they have common here, 10 minus 7 is 3, 15 minus 7 is 8. So we have X is equal to 8, Y is equal to 3. Wait lang. Kasi part na siya nun. Part na siya nung 10. Bakit X is 15? Di ba dapat X plus 7 din yun? Tama yung sagot natin. 8X is 8. 8 plus 7, 15. And 3 plus 7, 10. Mali to. I-correct na lang natin. Okay. So, we'll answer na and pwede na kayo magsagot on your own. So, dahil 16 kayo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Di pala kayo 16, 14 lang kayo. I'll start sharing my screen. I'll give you time para magsagot. So, pakihintay na lang po yung link sa inyong GC. Naintindihan? So, pwede na kayo mag-lunch. I know, gutom na kayo. Most of you gutom na. Pero isang favor lang, patingin muna ako ng mukha ninyo. Para sure ako na kayo talaga yan. Open your cam. Na-stress na. Na-stress na yung mga mukha nyo. Okay lang yan. Sila Baras ka, pahiga-higa na lang eh. Sabi ni Go, gano'n na lang siya. Okay lang yan, alam nyo, lahat ng paghihirap, merong resulta. Okay? Nakakatawa isipin ang tataas ng grade nyo sa MAPI ah. Parang nagoyo nyo si Sir ah. Ginoyo nyo ba si Sir? Sabi nyo nung nakaraan, ang baba ng grades nyo ah. Tapos ngayon, biglang ang taas ah. Taray naman. Siguro ginoyo nyo si Sir. Sir, ang baba namin. Bawi kami sa ano. Ba't ang taas nyo?
Di rin
Di
po
naman
namin
siya
alam, di naman po
nagtuturo.
siya. Oo nga.
Ang 2023 po ay lambing.
Okay lang yun, at least. Pero sana may matutunan pa rin kayo, ha? Ako
Ma'am,
kasi,
Ma'am, may tanong po ako.
ano po,
please.
Ma'am, yung sa quiz 3 po, dun po ba sa dun sa n equals r, n equals yung sagot tas comma tapos r equals yung sagot. Ma'am, may yung pagkatas ba ng comma doon may space?
wala.
Wala, boss, wala.
Ma'am, mali yung
Ng kama,
akin.
meron. Mali yung sa inyo?
Ma, wala lang
Sa
kasi
quiz
siyang
po,
space.
tama. Pero
Ano,
sa
wala po siyang
worksheet,
space.
mali.
Pag inayos ko naman yun, magkakascore naman yun na, i-check na yun diretso. So, ano yung ginawa nyo? May space sa dulo? Ay, sa pagkatas ng kama?
Wala po.
Wala. Sige, maglalagay ako ng walang space sa sa after ng kama. Pero siguraduhin niyo na walang space after nung, 'di ba? N equals ganito, comma, R equals ganito. Wala niyo na lalagyan ng space yung dulo. Kasi pag nilagyan niyo pa ng space yun, puro extra spaces na. Wala na yun. Hindi na yun kakount. Pero may iba bang nagganan? Wala. Sige. O, last na, picture na lang, then, para makita kayo mga mukha yung stress. Okay lang yan, yung fourth grading natin, sobrang dali. Mamaniin nyo na lang sa sobrang dali. Fourth grading. O De La Cruz, tsaka Go, na-stress na kayo. Di na nagpakita. 1, go, ikaw na lang kulang. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, smile. Ay na nila mag-smile. Sabi nila, ang peke naman yun, ma'am. Hindi na kayo magsasmile. Sige na, pwede na mag-leave. Okay na yun. Then,
Bye, ma'am.
Bye po,
sige
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you po.
Pag di na kayo masyadong stress, maya-maya ko i-send. Okay, bye.